hello there. So today, simple, couple tasks today. One of the tasks today is to remove this. This is everything that the hydraulic tow bed runs on. This truck's sitting in the back. It's in my way. It's bugging me. I don't like it. So if we can get the pieces off of it that we need, then I can get rid of the truck and make space, because we don't have a ton of space here. So I'm gonna work on getting all this off. Undo hydraulic lines. I gotta get this toolbox off. These bolts are seized, so we're just gonna snap them, and probably cut the frame in the back there, because all that back section's welded to the back side of the frame. We'll get hoses off, hydraulic rams off, just remove everything that we need potentially for the new truck to move all of this assembly over. So should go pretty quick, probably a lot of time lapse, but we're gonna get after it. I gotta get another wrench because I gotta get to the bolt inside of here, so I gotta go pick up a different wrench real quick that'll reach in there and get it. And then I'll crawl underneath. We'll grab some of the hydraulics off, the PTO, some of those pieces we need, and then probably put this thing listed for sale. If anybody wants an old Ford, it's a 79 Ford frame with a 94 Ford body. Why would you swap over a 94 body onto us? This doesn't make sense to me. Like, put something cool on it? Why this? And then it's all like hokey pokey junky. So if you want a piece of crap, let me know. Sell it to you on the cheap. Cheap. If not, I'll cut it up and I'll keep the axle. It's a good rear axle. It's a good front beam. We could probably use some of that on something one of these days. I kind of want to build like a dually rat rod, so maybe we'll keep the rear axle. If somebody doesn't want the truck, I'll just scrap it. I don't really care. What I care is that it's gone. Does that make sense? All right, I'm gonna go get another wrench and get this toolbox out of my way so I can access bolts and all that doodabs and fun stuff. So enjoy. Yeah. What is holding this on? Nothing? Just sheer annoyance? That's all that's holding this on. It's just sheer annoyance. Where's my hammer? That's why we have a forklift. Yeah. A forklift, yeah. A forky. What does this thing do? Eat some Filibertos? I think it did. Ate some bad food. These lines are all gonna have to be replaced for sure. You just put your hammer right in the way, Drew. And then that happens. Why didn't you tell me? You guys had one job. One singular job was to tell me that that was going to happen to me. Watch your eyes. I think we got a bucket so this stuff can squirt everywhere. And I mean everywhere. That's fun. I have no idea how this comes out. It's probably a lot of hammering and stuff. I'm assuming it's that collar right there, and it just slides out because I don't see a keeper of any sorts. And it's got to pivot and rotate and move and do things. So I need snap ring pliers down here. There's a snap ring right there. So we'll get my snapper ring pliers and open that up and pop that off, and then hopefully this thing just slides right out. We don't know. It's my first time too. Maybe some of you guys are tow truck guys, repair peoples, but no, I'm not. But I know how to do that and get it off. See? It's free! So snap ring pliers, I'll go grab those. I'll probably be back and forth a bunch for parts, or tools, not parts, for tools. And then probably spend a summer with the sun just beating down on this hydraulic fluid, and it'll be gone out of the concrete. We may pressure wash it a little bit. It's an interesting bracket how that holds on there. But I think we got to get all of this off. So we'll get these out of the way, and then this bracket will come off, I think. Hopefully, maybe. Probably get the big gun out for that one. The one, the gun that I still haven't fixed. That kind of goes tappy-tappy until you flip the switch again, and then it goes ugga-dugga, and then it goes back to tappy-tappy again. So, let me go get snap rings and pliers. Let's see if I can shift that. Oh, it got all dirty. Dude, that shot all the way over here. Wow. Well, let's see if that does anything. Not quite sure how this comes apart. Perfect. I think this ram should slide out of its pockets. I don't want to mess up that nut though. It's a castle nut. It's a locking nut. See if we give it a couple light taps, but it does. Fireworks. Rick's making a mess. So it seems as though these hydraulics slide out of the sleeve. I thought maybe you take the pins off and they slid out of this collar, but for some reason it doesn't seem to want to do that. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a tow truck guy, but it seems to be working and making a mess at the same time, which is always fun. All right, well. guess, huh? I don't know how, but we're gonna figure it out. Somebody's house is on fire. I don't know if you guys saw that or not, but one of the neighbors is not having a good day. See if we can't get this to come down and spray some more fluid. Perfect. Just what we wanted. Fluid everywhere. Now those things are just in there, man. Just years of dirt and grime and crap. Packing those things up. Strange way, man. I don't get it. Seems like you make them to slide out a little bit easier, you know? Now I gotta figure out how to get that down. I have no idea. Well, I have an idea. I've always got ideas. They're just not always the best ones. That one's a terrible idea. And this is not as bad of an idea. Surely they make a tool for this. There's a better way to do that than the way I'm doing it, but I'm doing it. It's just the way we're doing it, okay? You know a better way? Tell me. And I'm just using what I got, okay? I guess the good sign is the hydraulic cylinders are nice and tight. So that's a good sign, I think. Just don't know what holds that in. Okay, well, that's just the way it is. If I can get this lower off, this should just slide out. It's just about getting the lower off. Everything is just stuck. I mean stuck. It doesn't want to move. That's usually what stuck means. Oh, ha ha ha! It just is not. There it goes. There's one of them. I don't want to get the ground dirty, so where should I put it? All right, we got one of them out. Now we gotta get the other side, which means another snap ring doodad and all this stuff. But what I'm gonna do for the time being is just put some parts back together here real quick, so I know where they went. By the time I get to this, I might forget. At least just kind of like sort of put stuff on. And then when I get inside, I'll mark this so I know which side it came off of. Try and put everything right back to where you found it. But on a different vehicle. So we'll do the same thing on the other side. You guys just got to watch me on the struggle bus try to figure this out. I thought it would be a lot easier, but that's usually what I get. I think things are going to be a lot easier than what they really are. Seems to be the world of mechanicking anyways. I thought these things would just come out. I still don't know what holds that in. There's got to be a way to service that. I mean, you'd like to think so at least. So we'll figure that out later, what holds all that in. And then what I'll do is I'll get the other ram out and then start working on the backside. What do you guys think? Good? Okay, all right. Snap rings. Oh, the favorite snap rings. Bastards.
It's time for a break. It's way too hot to be working. It's actually not that hot, it's just in the sun. And there's juice everywhere. But we got it off. It's off of there. So, come with me. all we've got left is cut the mount off. So I'll have to, I might just cut the frame right there just to make my life easy, because we're not keeping this truck. So we'll cut this mount off or the frame off, pull that piece out, and probably keep that hydraulic filter. I don't need the bracket, but we'll keep the filter housing, and then find out what else we need. Just a couple more pieces and we got her licked. So we'll have to get this bracket, these brackets off. These look like they're plug welded, so we'll have to do some torching on that. We'll steal these brackets so they can mount to that truck. I'll just take the torch and cut the plug welds out. I might grab these plates just so I don't have to buy new ones right away. They're a little worn out, but we'll grab everything that we might need and everything that we might not need. That way we have it and we can just get rid of this truck. So I'm gonna take a break. We'll be back in a little bit. The guy needs to drink some water. It's toasty. Whew. All right guys, when we left you last time with the tow truck project, it was hot. We said we were gonna take a break and come back, and we didn't. So it's a whole nother day. But I wanna let you guys know where we're at because we had a couple other projects come in that you'll see coming up on some videos. But for the most part, we got the rear section cut off of the back. I've got to clean up all that, so I still have some of the original frame rail from the Ford stuck down in here. We're just gonna have to plasma cut this out, get that old frame section out, then we're ready to weld to the new truck. This whole rear section for the pivot of the bed. So got all that off with the whole control assembly is completely off. We just started cutting hoses because we're gonna have to replace all the hydraulics anyway. So come with me, I'll show you what's left. One of the projects you'll see coming up in a video, or maybe you've already seen it, I don't know, is we worked on the Jeep. We put a new storage unit in there. That's kind of what pulled us away. And then this van over here turned into be a whole nother can of worms that we weren't expecting, but it was kind of fun anyway. So go check that one out when you see it pop up. But here's the donor truck. All we have left to really do is pull these brackets off. I got all the bolts out, but they decided to plug weld where there should have been bolts. Instead of drilling the frame, they decided to plug weld them for some reason. And so we're gonna have to cut the plug welds out because I need these brackets to go onto the new truck. Make sure they didn't weld anything else, but we're gonna get this bracket, that bracket off, and that should be about all we need. We may steal this bracket as well. This is kind of where the bed came down and stopped and cradled. I don't know if we're gonna steal this one or rebuild it. I haven't decided yet. This one looks like it's pretty beat up. Even if I steal this one, I'll rebuild these parts here that are homemade, which we're gonna do, but nicer, so they're not looking all jagged and rough and terrible like this. I don't know. I did get all the hydraulics off. We failed to film that. It was just hot, super hot. So all I have left to do is steal this bracket, those brackets. I'll probably steal the fuel tank and just hang on to that. But this bracket here just simply holds the hydraulic for the tilt. So we'll get all that off of here. And then we'll have everything we need off of this truck. So if you want an old piece of crap Ford that doesn't run well at all, if barely not, hit us up. We'll give you a smoking deal on this thing. I promise. Almost have it, you know. If not, I might just cut this thing up and keep the rear axle. I don't know yet. So we appreciate you guys coming along. We don't need to bore you with pulling these brackets off, but we're gonna get these off, and then we'll bring you along when we're putting it on the new truck and installing everything. It should be a lot of fun. So come along, follow along with the builds as we're doing them. I know we're kind of all over the place, but you know, part of it's waiting on parts, part of it's weather. It's just so stinking hot. That truck doesn't fit indoors, so working outside sucks. But I need you guys to be subscribed because that helps us to generate some revenue. Then we can build a shop and we can start doing this stuff more and having a lot more fun and doing a lot more of the stuff that you really enjoy seeing, and hopefully motivates you to go do some of this on your own. Our whole goal here is to motivate you. I know when I watch YouTube, some of my favorite guys, I'll tell you, Fab Rats, Matt's Off-Road, Colt Builds It, a lot of these guys, man, Bleep and Jeep. One of the things it does is it inspires me for projects. It inspires me to just go forward and do some of these things that maybe I've been a little scared to do before. You know, thinking about like, oh man, I don't know if I can really do fabrication. I don't know. Sure you can. You absolutely can. And our goal here is to help you understand that as you come along while we learn, because I'm learning all this stuff. Like I said, I didn't grow up doing any of this. I'm learning it, and we just want to bring you guys along so that you can learn it with us and hopefully get motivated to do some of this stuff yourself, because these things are fun. I mean, to take a stock Cherokee, to make doors removable and build some of the stuff that we've done on here, or to take an old Jeep and just kind of make it something that's just a vision that pops into your head and you're kind of like, oh, that'd be kind of cool. I wonder if we can do it. You can. You absolutely can. So our goal here is to help with that, and I hope this is helping you. As all those other guys have helped me, it was only fair that we bring you guys along. So I appreciate all the support. I appreciate all the love you guys give us. The comments have been fantastic. Even the ones that say I talk too much. I do. Get over it. Put it on mute. Just watch it. But subscribe. Please like and give us some comments. It helps us along. So we'll bring you along as we go. But thank you guys so much for being a part of this. And yeah, we'll catch you on the next one as we move forward on this stuff. You know, you get to come along. Have fun. Smile. Love somebody. I don't do something, man. Just be positive out there, you know? And positively subscribe. I know I've asked like 5 times now because you haven't done it. So do it. Okay, I'm out of here. It's forking hot. Jeez. I'm out of this place. Don't look.